You guys want to get some coffee or something?
Can I get a cup of coffee? Black? Can't you see we talking? White?
Even little kids in Mexico drink coffee.
Well, I'm not a little kid in Mexico, okay?
That is the best coffee I've ever tasted.
A damn fine cup of coffee.
You want a cup of coffee?
No coffee.
Coffee drinker, huh?
Maybe we could grab some coffee?
Coffee! Coffee, 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 coffee!
How you doing, fellas?
Okay.
That's not decaf, is it?
Viennese cinnamon.
Oh, sorry, the song already stopped. All right. Good morning. This morning show is brought to you by Clearlax or Miralax. I'm going to tell you something, man. It's not like explosive, but it's like a piled on line, and they're all standing there going, hey, we're all in line now. We're coming. Yeah. Happiness. Man, delays. Keith will be here. Whenever he says, I'm on my way, that means exactly 20 minutes from now he'll show up. I don't know how he does it because he's not 20 minutes away from home. He is not. He is at home. But he is always 20 minutes away from the show when he says he's on the way. I don't know how he does it. Black guy stuff. It's black guy stuff. Good morning, Dr. Dragon. Dr. Dragon, first one in the house today. Look at that. And even made the announcement, I'm first.
No, he wasn't.
That's the only one that shows up. I got that in the StreamYard Live note.
No, he wasn't.
Are you saying you were here? You don't count.
Yeah.
Because you work here. Anima Confusa was second. I would expect no less from her. Loving me and all.
Well, she says she was first.
Fighting over me. I love it. Anyway. Marshall is here. Good morning. La Adelita is here. La Adelita. D. Bud Martin, good morning. Anybody else popping in yet? Good morning. Pat S. Coffee is barbarian's drink. And I saw what you wrote in the fucking private chat, Pat. Fuck you. I hope I grossed you out, motherfucker. Alatar and Sox Bulletins is here. Good morning, everybody. Lauren is here. Lauren, you're here. You're physically here, and you're also on the show in the chat. Look at that. War Monkey, one of my two favorite monkeys. Absolutely the most dangerous of the monkeys because he's a war monkey. And Anima says she was home in time from work for a quick change and get on the show because she is exactly 7 hours ahead. It is 5 o'clock in Croatia. And of course, Marshall is in Croatia too. If you look at the country of Croatia, it looks like a winged dragon. Marshall lives in the wing, and Anima lives in the vagina penis area.
Call it nether.
Oh, you got rained on, did you? Man, I like that, though. I like getting rained on. Rain is my favorite fucking weather. People go, I love the sun. I'm like, fuck the sun. I'm half Dracula. I'm fucking Irish. No, I don't want the sun. I like dark, cavey dwellings and dark, gloomy, rainy days.
I like the snow.
I also enjoy snow because, once again, not sunny snow because that hurts my eyes. I like the gloomy, sky, cloud coverage, and beautiful snow going for miles. Yeah. Takes me back to my childhood growing up in Virginia and riding a sled down the hills because Mary Washington's memorial in Fredericksburg, because that's where she's buried, is on a hill. And everybody would go there. That was our favorite place to go. Big, long freaking hill from the top of the Memorial Hill. And you could take toboggans. I've seen poor people with fucking cardboard. Oh my God. Oh, fucking growing up. Inner tube is like my favorite thing, because what people don't know about inner tubes when they take you down snow is you hit a mogul going down, you may not be in the same position you started in. That thing will bounce your ass all over the place. I have ended up under piles of people going down on man. I have very fond memories of snow in Virginia. Well, you know, they call it global climate change, but really what it is El Nino. El Nino is, you know, the heating up period of the sun, and it fucks with us. It sucks. And we have some places that used to get really great winters, get them only frequently now. I can focus my anger to keep me warm. Good morning. My other favorite monkey is here. And Anima says, I moved away from snow. I'm not made for winter. LOL. Did I just make fun of her accent? I did. She's got the most beautiful accent. I'm serious. When
That
she
was
says
racist.
she can say my name, and I just get goosebumps when she says my name. So let's see. How gay can Gerry get? Let's see. I can almost get as gay as two men having sex with each other.
That's pretty gay.
That is gay. That is the definition of gay. I'm almost that gay. I want to say good morning, everybody. It's fucking Tuesday. No, it's not Tuesday. It's fucking Tuesday. I got up with like 18 minutes to be here. I was hauling butt, and I'm like doing multiple things at once. Lauren's like, can I help you? I'm like, no, I create this problem myself. It's my problem. I created this. Nobody can actually do anything for me. I have to do everything that needs to be done. I got to generate the show. Got to do the thumbnail. Got to make my coffee. Got to go poop. Fucking Tuesdays.
That's still better than Monday.
Hey, man, I'm going to tell you something. You have not enjoyed free drinks until you are a straight guy at a gay bar. Telling you. You got to be fucking ugly to not get free drinks there. Just telling you. And, you know, you see all these hopeful faces, and they're like, oh, he can hold his liquor. So, anything else new? No, that's it. Oh, Kingsport College here, brightest day. Good morning. Good morning. Glad to see you guys. We're going to be talking a little bit about Community today because we got some big news yesterday. I don't know how many of you are big Community fans like I am and Keith is. We're both big fans of that show. And we thought it was really funny that there was a joke written into the show, 6 seasons in a movie. It was one of those meta jokes made within the show, because the characters were somehow somewhat aware they're on a TV show, a sitcom. And it made it just so fucking funny in the show. And we got 5 seasons, and then we got a 6th season on Yahoo, and then nothing. But then we get this huge announcement yesterday. Let me go over and find that again. Here it is. It's over on the Wrap. I'll just share it real quick and then unshare it because you don't need to watch the whole time I'm reading. Share. There we go. It's a matter of when and not if, Dan Harmon says. This is really exciting news because all of us in the back of our mind are thinking, are we ever going to get that movie? He promised us a movie. He promised us a movie. And here it comes. Now, the only thing is, I don't know if we're going to get the full cast because this young gentleman, I forget his name offhand, is kind of left the show in the 5th season. So he wasn't there for the 6th season. but I'm hoping that he can get the whole team back together again. I doubt we're going to get Chevy Chase back because he died, but it would be nice if we could get him in a cameo. But here's the news. A Community movie will happen. The sitcom's creator, Dan Harmon, has affirmed this. The comments come on the heels of cast member Allison Brie previously telling The Wrap in another interview. It's actually, that was like last week, that legitimate conversations are happening about a film spinoff coming to fruition, with Harmon adding legitimacy is here. After the promise of 6 seasons in a movie, it's exactly what was said in the show. 6 seasons in a movie became a rallying call for fans of the show, which debuted on NBC and finished its run as a Yahoo Screen original in 2015. The 6th season was not as good. It was still fun, but it didn't get the viewership because nobody knew how to fucking watch it. That's the major problem. You start something on a new streaming service, you need to really be selling that streaming service, and it didn't happen. That's why Yahoo failed. Harmon and company were inundated with questions over whether a Community movie might happen. Now, with the story outline in place, negotiations are underway. That means to bring the cast back. I'll confirm that Allison said, which is that legitimacy is here. Conversations and agreements are happening. Harmon told The Wrap during an interview about the upcoming season of Rick and Morty, there's a story. Who knows if we'll end up sticking to it, but it was something we had to compile in order to take it out and court various venues, and now negotiations are happening. So, I mean, that's enough right there. You don't need to really hear anymore. We know that it's legitimate. We know that negotiations are already happening. And oh my God, there's a black guy in the room. I can watch what I say. He might beat the shit out of me. Good morning, Keith. And what time is it? It's 17 minutes after the hour. And I asked you to call him before the hour. So what did I say? If he says, I'm on the way, 20 minutes. Bingo.
Wow.
No, I find it funny. It's black guy stuff. So that's it. It's that mystery of black guy stuff. I said, he's not 20 minutes away, but it's 20 minutes from now that he'll appear. You coming on camera, man?
I'm waking up. So
Yeah, hey, look, you've got no fucking excuse. I woke up 18 minutes before the show. I rolled out of bed going, fuck, I got to do a show today. I think it's my allergies is what's kicking my ass. I really do.
I will say this. I am glad that they're finally getting around to the Community movie, because Community is one of those shows that basically proves that when nerds and geeks are actually making the content, that they can actually make something that really appeals to real nerds and geeks. Nothing against anybody out there that's fans of the Big Bang Theory, but that's a show that's really made for the normies to help them basically reassure them that all the nerd stuff that you know about is true. That they're almost like loners and all that other stuff. But Community is a show that is actually made by nerds and geeks and is their version of what normal people are like.
Yeah. You and I have talked about this ad nauseum because both of us don't like Big Bang Theory, because we actually consider it being a dig at nerds. Yeah. They represent only one portion of nerddom, those kinds of nerds.
If you've ever seen any of the other shows that the creator of the show has worked on, especially his biggest show,
Rick and Morty.
Which is the Rick and Morty. If you like that kind of humor, that's basically what a lot of Community is.
Community is meta humor. It's really
yes.
They joke about being on a show.
Mm-hmm.
Occasionally, it's not every show. Just they'll do that. But then they also do something else beyond the humor. They actually have a heart. and you actually begin to care about these characters.
Mm-hmm. These very disparate characters who technically shouldn't care about one another, but they do, and they become
because it starts out feeling like this is going to be Friends. I mean, not Friends, but Seinfeld, where these are really people that nobody likes. They don't. They seem to only kind of like each other, but do they really? With the way they talk about one another when they're not in the room.
Yeah.
But this show actually found heart. And you care about these characters, you begin to really care. You never really cared about Seinfeld. You loved Seinfeld, but you never cared about the characters.
The thing about The Big Bang Theory is it's the kind of show that if you were to go to a network and say, I want to make a show about geeks and nerds, that's exactly the show that you got, even with all the cameo appearances that they would have. Whereas with Community, instead of getting a lot of famous sci-fi related people to be celebrities with, hey, look, we got a cameo on the show, they made them actual characters within the universe. So that, for instance, the first episode, John Oliver plays another professor. And he actually is a semi-regular on the show. You have people like, Paget Brewster, who was from Criminal Minds. When that show ended, this was the show she went to. She replaced one of the actresses that left.
Hey, this feels like it's going to go on for a minute. I got to say good morning to Real Wade Nation. When somebody says good morning to me, I need to respond to them. Good morning, my friend. Good to see you. Go.
And then you had people like, of course, everybody knows about Chevy Chase. But did you know that Vince Gilligan, the creator of Breaking Bad, actually played a character on the show? Or that Justin Rowland, who would go on to be the voice of both Rick and Morty, was on the show.
Yep.
Kamal Najani, Keith David.
Okay, tell them who Vince Gilligan is, because I got a feeling some of them are like, who?
Vince
Gilligan. Is that the guy from
the
The Island?
The Vince Gilligan is the actual creator and head writer of Breaking Bad.
There you go.
And they had all kinds. Zach Braff was on the show. Owen Wilson, Anthony Michael Hall.
You had some big stars show up on Community.
Well, LeVar Burton actually played the father of one of the characters, and Nathan Fillion was the janitor. And
he also plays himself in the fifth season, final episode of that character, the kid. I forget his fucking name right now. When he leaves, he goes off on a sailboat with
Donald Glover,
LeVar Burton.
And then John Goodman plays the vice dean, who actually is trying to recruit Troy, played by Donald Glover, into one of the departments that he's teaching. But I mean, there's all these little meta stories and weird stuff. Malcolm McDowell, Martin Mull, James Brolin, Jason Alexander.
The Malcolm McDowell episode is so weird. But absolutely. By the way, Monkey Jeebus brought up one of the best episodes in the history of that show, which was the lava episode.
Oh, where everybody plays The Floor is Lava. You can get an entire college to play The Floor is Lava. I like the Blanket Fort episode where they decide to turn everything into a blanket fort, and everybody participates in that.
There's an image from that episode.
But here's the other thing about this show. This show was the show that launched. I mean, they didn't start out on this show, but this was the show that kicked off the careers of the Russo brothers. So before they got hired by Kevin Feige to work in the MCU, this was their show.
He did. I don't know if Pat's fucking around. Yes, he also created Better Call Saul.
Yes. He also.
I think Pat's fucking around. Porn bots. No, I'm getting them.
Oh,
I want them to disappear from my screen. I have to delete them.
And then they did an all animated episode. They did an episode at a sci-fi convention that was really, unless you've ever been to a science fiction convention, it's weird when people who've never been poke fun at a convention versus people who have actually been to a convention.
Great episode right there, War Monkey. Another great episode. The fort, the blanket fort episode.
Yeah, you're right, Monkey Jeebus. Arrested Development was where they started, but Community was the last place they were working before they got hired for the MCU.
Yep. And I loved Arrested Development, and we're still hoping for another season of that.
And we can't forget the D&D stuff.
Oh,
I can.
Oh,
that's right. Gerry hates D&D.
but Community is one of those shows that if you've never seen it, again, it's not Big Bang Theory. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, good morning, Mighty Max. Good to see you.
But just expect something a little bit different, a little off kilter.
Well, they're older now. So when's the story going to take place? Are they still at the community college? Are we going to get another revival where they've left college and have to come back to save it? You know,
saving Greendale, that'd be something kind of cool. I want to know if John Goodman's character is still there trying to recruit Troy. I love the episode where everybody has their evil doppelgangers and they all have the goatee, the Spock goatee. That is such a deep cut. I mean, you really got to be a Star Trek fan to get that and have everybody else participate, including a lot of the actresses, where, the only way that it's the evil doppelganger of someone on the show is if they're wearing the goatee. Oh, wow.
I was never a big fan of Arrested Development.
Open. All right, here we go. Show. This is the one that you're talking about, Real Wade. Let me share it real quick. Share screen. And is that it? No, is that it? Is that it? There it is. Share. There it is.
Wow.
It's the video game episode of Community. And it was another one of those meta episodes that was funny as hell.
Well, they also did an animated episode, too.
Yes. I mean, they've done about every trope you can think of.
And this is in the first 2 seasons they did this stuff. It wasn't like they waited. This is in the first 2 seasons.
Yep. They did, they didn't wait till the 3rd season to go to Hawaii like the Brady Bunch. They just right off the gate started doing all these meta episodes. And the animated one, I'm trying to remember that one. I don't remember what they looked like. I need to go look it up. Community.
Well, again, it's one of those shows that.
There it is. It's done in that's right, the Christmas style. I remember that now. Yes. They did it in the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer style animation. They also had a puppet episode.
Yep.
God, there was a G.I. Joe one. Oh my God, they were so fucking meta. I've never seen a show so fucking meta that actually didn't suck.
For those of you that were fans of Breaking Bad, the character that Jonathan Banks plays. The ex-cop.
Yeah, it's a Christmas episode.
The ex-cop, that's the enforcer, the older guy that can kick ass.
Yeah, he's Mike from.
That's right.
From Breaking Bad and all that.
They had him on the show for a season playing a professor.
No, he was a student, wasn't he? What is student?
Nope, he was a professor.
He ends up in the Community group.
I know, but he's a professor.
I just remember he wants to be an artist or some shit.
Mm-hmm. So,
man, I got to go back. I got to go watch it again. It's been 5, 6, 7 years since I watched it. Since the last episode on Yahoo, which I thought that whole season was not as good.
Well, here's the other thing. The show actually made fans of some of the things that they made light of a little bit. They did an entire episode at a sci-fi convention for a fictional television show called Inspector Spacetime, which is really their riff on Doctor Who, right?
Yeah.
So in the episode, they ended up meeting this weird British guy who wouldn't leave them alone. And it was played by Matt Lucas. This is before Matt Lucas got hired to actually be a part of Doctor Who. So, Jack Black, Luke Perry, Jeannie Garth, Malcolm Jamal Warner. I mean, they had an incredible list of people that would make cameo appearances on this show playing different kinds of characters. So yeah, if you've never seen it, get on it. Just watch the first season, see what you think. Lots of meta humor from really the mind of the guy that would create a lot of other weird stuff. I mean, he would end up doing a documentary about his own mental health. Dan Harmon.
It's definitely worth your time.
Yeah. It's a really cool cast, really great stories, and again, it's different. But Rick and Morty, come on! If you've ever wanted to see kind of like a live action Rick and Morty universe, that's what Community is.
What I'm waiting for is the day that they go so meta that Rick and Morty breaks into the universe of Community.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did it for the movie. I would not be surprised.
Where can we watch Community now? That's a good question.
Netflix, I think, has it, and I think
I'm
Hulu
looking.
has it.
I'm gonna get an actual statement here. Yes, Netflix. It is available there. Is that all 6 seasons?
Yes. The
One
final
episode of season 2 is not available because that's the one where they did the drow.
They're saying you can watch it on Hulu too.
And the final season of Community actually was on Yahoo. It was a Yahoo exclusive series.
Yeah, they fucked it. Yahoo screwed that up bad.
Yeah.
Because they were going to launch on this show, but didn't promote the show or the streaming service correctly.
Yeah.
And both failed.
Yeah.
To launch. Because there was a hope that it would launch more seasons, but nobody really knew where to fucking watch it or how.
Yep.
That's just bad marketing, bad planning. And I'm sorry, the season was not as good as, even the 5th season was not as good as the previous 4. I mean, once we lost, I'm going to get his name. Sorry.
Well, Dan Harmon left. He was fired for season 3 and came back for season 4.
Donald Glover is the kid I'm trying to think of.
Oh, yeah.
Once Donald Glover left, it felt like the heart of the show was ripped in half.
Yeah.
Because really, I mean, when you stop and think about that show, it's Abed and Troy that were the heart of the show.
That's what you start to get a feeling of after a while and watching a lot of these episodes.
They are the heart of the show. In fact, I began to wonder if what we were watching was something in the imagination of Abed, but with the help of Troy.
Yeah.
That Troy was somehow involved. They were so fucking in tune with each other as characters that you begin to wonder if what we're watching is a creation of theirs because of all the weird meta shit. And like the animated Christmas special, the video game episode, all that stuff. It was all caught. If you look back, a lot of the things that occur in the episode that are fucking weird, guess who created it? It came from those 2 characters, Abed and Troy. So
I never looked at it like that, but I think you're right. That would make sense.
I'm going to go back and watch it. I'm going to go binge it this weekend is what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit down with a box of brownies and I'm going to drown my sorrows in Community.
I need to go back and rewatch it too. It's been a long time since I've seen.
Is my chocolate milk? Anyway, that's a joke back to college roommates, and you're like, "All right, who fucking drink my seriously? chocolate milk. You're stealing chocolate milk. It was me. I know it was you, you motherfucker. But I lived with my band in college.
Yeah, I can't believe
We were the fucking monkeys, dude. I made that joke so often. Sorry, John. Go ahead.
Oh no, I know why they did it, but it doesn't make any sense why that they blocked the that episode in season 2. It's the one where was it Abed does paints and does basically blackface, becomes a drow, has the white hair.
Yeah, and that one that walks the line, but it's still a bit, it's comedy.
Well,
Come on,
it's drow. It's they're it's not but they pulled that from the streaming.
Well, the
services.
funny part is that Abed's doing it, and Abed is brown.
Yeah.
So you're talking about somebody that is of a color that's darker than your typical caucasoidal maniac, Oh, gotta go?
Oh
no, it's good morning, Stephanie.
Yeah,
Hello, Stephanie. Like your software.
Johnny 5 alive.
Number 5, he's alive.
Oh,
Greetings from 30 minutes in the past. Time drive engaged. Destiny Captain. Good morning, Destiny Captain. I hope everybody. If I got everybody, let's see if I'm missing. Nope, I got everybody. Yay! I'm astute. I'm paying attention. Marshall, she is too tired for sarcasm. Whereas I've been there. I've been there where you're so exhausted that people say something that normally you go, ha, that was funny. You just go, shut up. Stop talking to me. I've been there. But Short Circuit, good. Stephanie knows. Stephanie knows her fucking movies. I want to remind everybody tonight at 9 p.m. Central Time, Toxic Tuesday is back. And we are doing one of the greatest fucking films in the history of cinema. Airplane.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Tom will be there. Who else can be there? Mark D with the C is finally going to be there. He's been having a rough couple weeks. Who is that? I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Baruto. Oh, yes. The guy with the long beard. That dude. He's pretty cool. I like him. I like everybody that's on the show. I have a lot of fun doing that show with those guys. And I like talking. I'm like hanging out with Nick. Especially with my good friend, 70s Rock fan. But I don't see him tagged, so I'm worried he's not going to be there tonight. So keep your go over there, go to the web link. I'll post it here in the chat. Everybody go click on the reminder to be notified when it's going live. It'll be 9:00 tonight, and it is in the chat. Talks in the chat. Tuesday. There you go. Go click the link and click to be notified so you're reminded when to show up and watch the show. It's going to be a fun episode. Tom's going to be there. Tom is probably an even bigger nerd than I am for these movies. Specifically, I'm talking about the comedies of the late 70s and 80s, early 80s.
To me, the best Toxic Tuesday was the one of Rocketry. My God, I left my guts laughing.
What one?
Rocketry.
Rocky 3.
Yeah,
thank you. Because it sounds like you're saying rocketry.
Yeah. I won't deny that. Your
beautiful, lovely Venezuelan accent. So confused me on what the fuck you're saying. It's 90. I would say 98% of the time I know everything you're saying, and then you'll say like a flow of words that sound like one word. And then I'm like, I'm lost. That's at 2%. It's at 2%.
That
So
German
yes, I already,
Spanish.
yeah, I've already been, Keith. I've already got it open. Everything you sent last night, I've got open. So don't worry, buddy.
Oh, okay.
I got this covered. So with community ramping up, we're all excited, but there's some other kind of interesting stuff to talk about this morning. I didn't post that we're going to talk about it, but we plan to talk about it this morning. And one of them is the Batman series Urkel holiday movie among animated projects not moving forward at HBO Max. They will be shocked. This absolutely is schadenfreude for Keith and I, and a lot of you who hate fucking J.J. Abrams. I didn't always hate him. But after Mission Impossible, his Mission Impossible movie, I started fucking hating that guy.
J.J. Abrams, destroyer of franchises.
Lost pissed me off, and he's not the only one to blame for that show. You know, he helped create it. He did not showrun it. The showrunner for that show pissed me off too. That bastard. Fucking, they didn't know what they were doing. No, it's not what you're thinking. Yeah, it was totally what you were thinking. And then they tried to switch it up later. Fucking idiots. So, our world is fucked. Dead people are funnier than anyone alive. You're fucking right. Norm Macdonald, one of the funniest human beings ever fucking live on this planet. Dead. This year.
Yeah.
Fucking still funny. Every day I go to the channel on YouTube that is called I'm Not Norm Macdonald. And it has some of the best fucking Norm Macdonald clips. I mean, stuff that you thought was banned because of what he said. And it's on there. I'm like, holy shit, it's on YouTube. And they have his biggest insulting moments for O.J. Simpson, biggest insulting moments for Hillary and Bill Clinton. They separate them. You know, you can go in there and look at the biggest, heaviest shots he ever took at anybody. And I'm Not Norm Macdonald is the channel on YouTube for watching the best Norm Macdonald videos. Just fucking killer. But here we go. Let's share this screen here. Share screen. Giggity, giggity. There we go. They're going to be shocked. I kept saying, you know, I don't know how's J. Abrams getting a show? Because he's got that Batman show, right? You know, and it was moving ahead. It was still greenlit, being shot. It's done. And fucking Zaslav says, fuck you, J.J. Abrams. I'm in love with David Zaslav. He is my Valentine for next year.
He just keeps doing whatever the F he wants. I mean, as far as the entertainment world is concerned, it's David Zaslav, and everything and everyone revolves around him.
I've got a new joke. It's, you know, does David Zaslav shit in the woods? No. He shits all over Warner Brothers Studios. That's where he shits. His shit rains down on fucking Warner Brothers. There are 3 graves at the gate of Warner Brothers that were earned.
There's about to be a 4th.
I see that scene from you know, where Gene Hackman's looking up at him. He's about to fucking die, you know. And he looks up at Clint Eastwood and he goes, I built a house. I don't deserve this. Deserving's got nothing to do with it. It's just fucking karma, you know. And bam, baby, fucking Toby Emmerich, Ann Sarnoff, and that cocksucker Walter Hamada all have grave markers over there at Warner Brothers, and nobody's watering the flowers on the grave. Nobody.
Well,
In
Walter
fact, the
Hamada's
flowers,
kind
I
of
think, are
standing in
plastic.
his grave going, where's everybody?
Anybody?
Is Toby here? Toby? I'm there too. Oh.
Walter, don't you remember
Fletcher
the
Williams. Yeah, Walter, didn't you get the memo? Fletcher Williams, good morning. So this is this is absolute schadenfreude for every single one of us that were hoping he would fail at Warner Brothers. And this is absolutely going to hurt him. And he deserves it for what he has done to so many properties, Star Wars, Star Trek. The damage that J.J. Abrams has done should be paid for.
Yeah.
And him getting his show is done. It was finished and it's getting shopped out. Warner doesn't want it. David Zaslav says, we don't need your crap, J.J. Abrams. Which is sad because Bruce Timm was involved with this show.
Yeah, that's the only regret I have about it is I was looking forward to.
Well, Bruce Timm understood Batman better than anybody, but I don't think that he could withstand the wokeness of J.J. Abrams. So I guarantee you there's going to be stupid woke shit in there. Characters doing ridiculous things, focusing on the wrong characters for a full episode. You watch. I bet you money they will have female-centric episodes that will be just about females.
There's something in this story that is related to Batman outside of this show that might piss a few people off.
No, you're right, Monkey Jeebus. Paul Dini is the real hero of Batman. I know that. You're right. But we did like Bruce Timm. And but yeah, the real guy is Paul Dini. But either way it goes, this show is going to fail. So let's get into this article. Batman Cape Crusader, which 15 months ago received a series order from HBO Max and Cartoon Network, is among 6 animated projects that are no longer being produced for HBO Max. Sources confirmed for TV Line. TV Line hears that all 6 projects, mostly from Warner Brothers Animation, will continue production while they are shopped to other outlets. The news of course, comes amid numerous programming changes at and in transition HBO Max, which I'm still curious if we're going to get a rebranding. I'm thinking that would be a smart move. Don't change the channel, just change the name. Don't cancel memberships and start a whole new streaming service. That's fucking insane. Yeah. Just rebrand a new name with the same clients. You have the same subscription. You still get to keep what you have. The news, of course, comes amid numerous programming changes at and in transition of HBO Max, where some projects are being nixed and others that have already stream on the service are being not so quietly removed. The Batman is an ugly one. This is a black eye for J.J. Abrams. Not like one of those shiners that you could put makeup on and hide. This is a black eye for J.J. Abrams. And TV Line previously reported there will be no 5th season of Young Justice. I thought the show went to shit. I thought the first 3 seasons were good, and then it started going to shit 3rd season, and I lost interest in it after that. It got woke. And I won't watch woke if it's too obvious.
Yeah,
what, buddy?
4th season was crap.
What, Keith? You saying hi to Bill Barkley. Hey, Bill. Yeah, say it out loud, dude. Say it out loud.
Hello to Bill Barkley and to Scott Lewis and to anyone else that may have joined us. Let's go back.
Yeah, we got Fletcher Williams, Shinatsky. Scott Lewis is here. Scott, somebody send Scott Lewis an invitation. I bet you that's who messaged me, or was it you, Keith?
That was me.
Okay.
Well, I can send it to him. So it would be you or Keith.
I'm looking for him right now. Hold on. I think is he not on? Yeah, I don't see him on my. I got a message from Deanna. I didn't even see that. I need to go read that. It's going to be on. Which Facebook are you on with me, dude? Let me go look real quick. I bet it's on our official Facebook page. Mm-hmm. By the way, there's something important today that I really wanted to go over. This is a very special day.
HB?
Happy birthday, yes, HB. It is my daughter's 23rd birthday on the 23rd of August. It is her birthday today. I've not. She's asleep right now. I know she's
Yeah.
not awake. She wakes up at the crack of 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 o'clock sometimes. She works late. She works the evening shift, and then she gets home around 11 o'clock. She has fun, and then she goes to bed and wakes up at the crack of afternoon. But I sent you the wrong link. Sorry about that. I sent you the link for the show tonight. That's because I'm gay, if you didn't know that. Oh,
Well, it works for anybody in
any
Hollywood.
of my gay friends that are watching the show, I mean it like the real gay, just like you. Here you go. There you go, Scott. There's the invitation. Sent to your private chat. You need to hit me up on my personal account. I really forget to look over on the show account too often. I miss a lot of I miss messages on my personal. I'll get a flood of them in, and people will get pushed down there, and I don't even see their fucking message. And Bill Barkley wrote me on that channel too. Movie Web, Zack Snyder. What's this? Opening link. Bill Barkley shared Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon Part 2 reportedly confirmed. Look, man, I gotta tell you, not excited. I don't know why. I hated his 2 other films on Netflix. The Army of the Dead and the heist movie. Just
Hey, Paulie.
not into him.
I don't know. I kind of liked Army of the Dead. It was entertaining for what it was.
Here, Polly's punching me. But it's happy birthday to my daughter today. She's 23. What an amazing kid she is. One of the happiest moments of my life raising her. One of the most fulfilling moments.
Job. You did a fantastic job.
Yep.
You know, it's like you people reach. I read one so.
Today's speech brought to you by AutoTune.
About you. Yeah.
Scott.
Hey, Scott.
Good morning.
Hello.
I was trying to finish up some audio stuff today and using an old link. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. As you can see here, Scott doesn't know how to rotate his camera. He knows how to rotate his head, but not the camera.
What do
No, you got to
to...
tilt it sideways. No, like rotate it landscape.
There you go.
Boom, baby. There you
Okay,
go.
fine.
Welcome to the 21st century, my friend.
I'm an audio guy, not a video guy. Gee.
Gerry sounds like Peter Frampton talking through his guitar. Yeah. Yeah, Croatian.
Well-
Right now, I believe that Stephen, Deleted Scenes, has better internet than me.
Wow.
You know, he's
That's saying
just
something.
ganky as hell.
I will say
Stephen's
this.
internet is bad.
Of the shows that are listed, this story about all of these animated series that are no longer a part of
There you go.
HBO Max will include Merry Little Batman. Okay? It's an animated family action comedy. Now, see if this sounds familiar to you. When a 6-year-old Damian Wayne finds himself alone in Wayne Manor, he must transform into Little Batman in order to defend his home in Gotham City from the crooks and supervillains intent on destroying Christmas.
Home Alone.
Yeah. Well, hey, you got to remember, all of this stuff was greenlit 15 months ago. Okay? So, yes, this is all Walter Hamada and Ann Sarnoff.
And did I see there was something about an Urkel Christmas special?
Yes, you did. Hold on, I'm getting right to that. The next one is The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie. In this animated movie, penned by Kevin Costello, Odd Couple, Porky, and Daffy become unlikely heroes when their antics at a local bubblegum factory uncover a secret alien mind control plot. Against all odds, the two grow determined to save their town and the world.
That doesn't sound that bad.
Bye Bye Bunny, a Looney Tunes musical. The first ever Looney Tunes original animated musical, boasts a screenplay and lyrics by Emmy Award winner Ario Diaz, a head writer on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, and a huge Looney Tunes fan. The premise: after starring in a long-running Looney Tunes Broadway production, an exhausted Bugs Bunny decides it's time to trade in sold-out shows for life as a regular rabbit. That opens the door for the attention-craving Daffy Duck to bid for the lead role, until he's kidnapped by an obsessive fan who has sinister plans for her favorite stage duck. Did I Do That to the Holidays? A Steve Urkel story. This animated musical holiday special, written and executive produced by Wyatt Cenac and announced in September 2021, finds Jaleel White reprising his legendary nerd character for only the second time since Family Matters ended in 1998.
Welcome, Maria. Long time no see.
Didn't he hate doing that role after the show?
You know what? He may have entered a period where he did, and then he started his own weed dispensary. And,
the money.
And got high and never came down and started loving that shit because he would binge watch his own show and not realize he was in it. No, look, he went through the same thing every fucking actor that's afraid of being typecast goes through. They all go through it.
Yeah.
And he left that show and thought, oh, that show's canceled. Now all people are going to think of is me as Urkel. And he was terrified of it. Leonard Nimoy wrote, I am not Spock during that period of his life.
Mm-hmm.
Urkel went through the same shit, but now he's at an age where it's like he's happy and lucky that he's getting any work. And he knows that there's a fan base for that character and money to be made off of it. And now that he's in that part of his life, he's glad to have it, like Leonard Nimoy and anybody else that's ever been typecast. Adam
I
West.
enjoy being typecast as just the audio guy, so it works for me.
Well, you sure don't know how to work a fucking camera.
Nope. That's why I'm the audio guy.
You know, I was driving with Lauren the other day. We were heading out to go get my stuff in Joplin, and we went by where the church used to be, the super church in Springfield. What's it called? James River Church. It was on the opposite side of 65 from Springfield. It used to be. And I told her, I said, yeah, I was a camera operator for them. They found out one day that even though I'm not religious, they found out that I know how to operate a TV camera. And so I worked at that church when I lived in Rogersville. I'm like, fuck it, it's on the way home. So yeah, I'll do it on Sunday mornings. Nice little paycheck.
Yeah.
But once I moved, cool. I just was a no-show. I just didn't go show up to work anymore. Once I lived on the other side of town, I'm like, they'll figure it out. But I want to remind everybody today, it's not just Zoe's birthday. We lost a genius yesterday who worked with Stanley Kubrick. He was an actor that left acting to be the other side of the brain for Stanley Kubrick. He worked hand in hand with Kubrick on some of his greatest films.
Mm-hmm.
and the gentleman's name was Leon Vitali. And a brilliant fucking English actor. Very fucking good. But he worked better behind the scenes. His work on The Shining, Full Metal Jacket, you can see in some of the documentary footage. He was the one who helped the boy. I forget his name, the kid in The Shining. He helped him get his performances down. This is what Stanley needs from you. I need to explain stuff to him. I thought that was brilliant. But we lost him yesterday. And of course, I want to share this little ditty because it's just fucking funny to me. Y'all read that. I think that's one of the funniest things ever said on television. And it's also absolutely true. But to celebrate my daughter's birthday, I want to share some really cool pictures of her. This is her with actor William Sanderson. I know him as Bill, and that's his wife, Sharon. They're close friends of mine. They had a very close relationship. Bill fell in love with Zoe and is part of the Zoe fan club. That from that convention, a lot of celebrities like, who is this baby? Why do we love her? Because she had such a good temperament. She was so lovable and funny. Dan Shore is another one of those from Tron, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. That's one picture. Let's see. Get to this one. Now, what you don't see in this photo, she had just headbutted me. She came running into the room, stumble running, kicks off on the mattress and slams right into my face. And I took that photo right afterward. That was how we expressed love. She would headbutt me. She had that hard head. And there she is when I was at work. That was my messy, cluttered office at not Anne Marie. That was at AC Arnelli Advertising and Marketing. I was their lead artist. Me grabbing her, snuggling her. I miss those days. God, just loving on my little girl. There she is. There's always my little pal. Nah, she was so bright. There's so many great photos of this beforehand. She's like flexing, gonna do this, and then the moment came when I had to pull that baby tooth, and the tears started flowing. By the way, I didn't pull it. It came out by itself. She just, I couldn't do that to her. I love that picture at my drawing table.
Yeah, that is a great picture of the two of you.
Mac's shoulder right there. That's Mac's shoulder, but this photo was for her and me. And daddy and daughter. We're both giving each other the eye. Look at that. That's a picture of her with Oblong. The guy who created the TV series, The Oblongs. She's been around celebrities her whole life, so she's very comfortable with them.
Not
that is Shane
at all.
And Shane and Tracy Moore. You know them, Keith.
Oh yeah,
you know them too, John.
Yeah.
And look at Zoe back there, fucking photobombing them.
What you don't remember is when that photo was taken, I was standing behind them on the side, just laughing really hard. It was hilarious.
Were you there? Were you there for that?
Yeah, I was.
Holy shit, Scott. That's awesome. This is such a cute picture because she had never worn a dress like that before. And she was so excited to have it on. And if you look in the background, that is my destroyed Hellboy poster from Drew Struzan, signed Geekly print.
Wow.
It was destroyed when it fell off the wall and glass shattered. There she is with, I don't know who that guy is. I think he's a comedian. Fucking love David Spade. So Zoe. And so when he showed up, she didn't act goofy. He was a regular at her restaurant when she was managing that Jimmy John in Phoenix. Because he lives in Phoenix. A lot of people don't know that. He has a place in California when he's doing shows. But when he's not doing anything, he lives in Phoenix. That's where his mom is. Now, everybody thinks that picture is about her and me. No, it was all about that fucking guinea pig. She wanted a photo with the guinea pig. I shit you not. That's what that photo was all about. To get the guinea pig in the photo. And then that's her with Dale and Julia died, my bosses. And she used to be on the track team for her school, Gerry.
Wow.
And she's 23 years old today. She is 3 years away from the age I was when I joined the Army. Think about that shit.
Wow.
That blows my fucking mind. Now I sound like Blur. There's nothing I can do about it. We can joke about it all we want. I can't do anything about it yet. I'm working on it, fuckers. I know I robot and sound fucked up sometimes. I apologize, but you work with what you got. Yeah, I didn't like that movie. You know what? I am reminded of Sherlock Holmes when he would talk to Watson that you guys have a keen sense of the obvious when you talk about me roboting. It's like, no shit, really? I'm roboting? No fucking way. What? What, when I drop down to one bar, I'm roboting? Fuck you guys. Fuck you. Buddy Jesus. Fuck you. I'm mixing two memes. No, it's not, Kyle. It's not. That's her mom when she had her. Yeah, that's a trippy moment. Like when my son Benjamin was the same age I was when I made him on Halloween. I'm a Halloween guy. Women need to avoid me around Halloween. Men's cycle, if you didn't know that. We've become very potent certain parts of the year. I'm an October, November guy. So I'm celibate those months now. No, because I'm not snipping it. Nope, not going to happen. I'm leaving this world exactly the way I came in. Gerry tried jumping up and down. Should I hold the foil? Hold on, let me reach. Is that better? Is that better? Is that better? Fuck you, Kyle. Happy birthday, Zoe. I fucking love my daughter so much. She is just my heart has only room for so many things, and she is one of the only things really deep in my heart that I care about in this world. So what do we want to talk about next? You sent me other stuff.
Yeah, I wanted to send you some breaking news as of an hour ago, I should say.
Well, did you want to talk about the Buckaroo Banzai thing at all, or no?
Oh, well, not really. I mean, I'll leave that to the fans. Well, technically, that's why we're all here, right?
Oh, good morning to Maria. Hello. What is this? Breaking news. All right, let me open this shit up.
What is it about Buckaroo Banzai?
It's an actual older interview with the director of the movie.
Oh, okay.
He looks like really bad. You see with that. I'll show you.
So are they going to do a new Buckaroo Banzai movie, Keith?
No. The rights are still messed up right now. I mean, there's everybody's got their own story as to how, everything works out and who is owed what. And until you can actually go through and sort that stuff out,
you have to have either a deal in place between the owners or one person on everything.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with that film. It's why we never got an official sequel. We have seen them take runs at it with a comic book, which was really good, by the way. Mm-hmm. And they even tried to do an animated series or film. I don't know. It probably would have been a series, and it just didn't take off because of
they finally did Against the World Crime League as a novel.
Yes. Well, that's because the guy who
that was also in the comic book, wasn't it? Wasn't that what the comic book was?
No.
What was the comic book?
That was, well, they doing a comic book for that entire world was something that a lot of fans would like to see and read, and that was the comic. What I'm talking, what John is referencing is an actual sequel, the Buckaroo Banzai versus the World Crime League, that came
which
out
was
as
the
a
promised
novel.
sequel that was supposed to be the next movie.
That's right. It actually came out as a novel from Dark Horse Publishing, and it's by the guy who actually created all of this.
Right.
In his
Yeah.
mind, he did a sequel in novel form. And so you can actually go out and get it from Amazon or from wherever you like to get all your newer books from.
It's pretty good.
So
Have you read
Keith
it?
said he did.
Yeah.
Keith told me he didn't want to talk about Buckaroo Banzai,
And here we are.
Here we are talking about
Sorry,
it. So
that was my fault.
I gotta say,
know.
the soundtrack was
I know,
great.
John. It's
Great soundtrack.
That's going to be another shirt. We're going to use your name and not pay you for it. Blame John.
Just send me a copy.
That's what. Would you like to touch my monkey? So Matt Reeves, it's your first film deal at Warner Brothers Television. It's interesting because we are hearing so much hubbub about things going wrong with the Batman sequel, The Batman.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think from this? You read the article?
I can't understand what you just said.
He's asking, what do you think of this?
Oh, you know what? It means that they think enough of Matt Reeves as a talent to basically sign him to a deal like this. But, you know, the thing about Deadline, as, you know, Gerry has pointed out oftentimes, it's hard to believe these guys. And I'm not so much trying to say that they're lying about this, but they stick in all this other stuff that still has a big question mark around it. Okay.
Yeah, the question you have to ask is David Zaslav involved, and this doesn't smell of David Zaslav.
Yeah. I think he is involved, but it's just the fact that, you know, for Matt Reeves, in order for there to be a sequel to the Batman, he has to agree to all of the demands made for making that sequel. And Deadline should go ahead and put that in this story, and they don't, because they want to make it seem like it's a straight ahead, straight across thing. Hey, we really believe in him. You got to understand, Matt Reeves is one of JJ's people.
Yep.
Okay. He comes straight out of Bad Robot.
Well, we'll see how good of friends that JJ is if he takes his fucking deal.
Oh, he's going to take the deal. He's going to take the deal because, look, you don't get offered like something like this unless you are willing to at least play ball a little bit. But it's going to, you know, again, he needs to get with the program and get them a script so they can start work on the Batman 2. And he needs to rewrite or undo any plans he had for the sequel and make it fit with what David Zaslav thinks and his people think that the sequel should be more like. For one thing, they're not going to spend as much money on that sequel as they did for the first movie. That was one of the major demands they made. That film was budgeted, I think, right around 110. Yeah, 110, my ass. Because of COVID and a few other things, that film ended up costing more money, which is also what I tell people when you say, hey, the movie made money, it made $770 million. Yeah, it did. It did. But because they had to kick in more money to finish it because of COVID, that also made the marketing of the movie more expensive. So your threshold for actually whatever profits that you made were higher. Okay? So now for the sequel, the demand is you got to make it for less money than what you made the first one for. So I think they're willing to go $70 million on the next one.
It's not that much.
You can do a lot with $70 million.
But I mean, compared to
look, what else do you need? I mean, you've got all the costumes, you've still got the sets. What are you really spending money on? You know, and
depends on who they have as the villain.
better do it for 70 because Joker made over $1 billion for about 75 million. So that right there is your key for anybody wanting to take a run at Batman or any other character. Todd Phillips was able to do Joker for less than $80 million. So
and had great music too, and had good music as well.
Yeah, but I mean, he did this entire production, did all of that, and as much as a lot of you out there may have enjoyed The Batman, it didn't make as much money as Joker, nor did it get major Academy Award love. So there you go. That's what it is. Also,
and I'm going to tell you right now, because you shared this with me, I trust discussing film as far as I could throw them.
Yeah.
They're idiots over there discussing film.
Yeah.
They promote articles. They don't do any checking. It's all about, they are a clickbait website. Yeah, they're not much better than the fucking guys at I don't even like Gigant Freaking Robot that much. But the other group, I forget their name, I fucking hate. You know who they are. Mikey Sutton, and I would make fun of them. Now all of a sudden, they'll take one scoop from Mikey Sutton, this one news group, and they'll split it into 3 stories. They make a fortune off Mikey Sutton when he does a scoop. And that's how they make their money. And I've always said they have a cork board with Post-it note story ideas, and they throw darts at it, and whatever dart hits is that headline they're going to do that day. And it'll be the craziest fucking shit. J.J. Abrams has sex change. They are the fucking those newspaper print magazines of the 70s that you would find at the checkout aisle.
The Inquirer or Weekly World News.
Yeah, the Bat Boy and all that shit. Who is that group, Keith? Don't fucking act like you don't remember their name. I fucking hate those cocksuckers. No.
Bleeding Cool?
No. It's
while you remember, I'd like to salute the Comic Relief Crusader, our friend Mike, who's in chat.
Oh, is he here?
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, Mike. How you doing, dude?
Oh man, I can't remember the name of those guys.
And by the way, the link is the link is I've wiped them out of my memory because I don't consider them worth reading.
Yeah.
And discussing film is just about as bad. I find their articles so annoying. But Mike, don't forget that Comic Relief Crusaders link is down below for his GoFundMe. We got it up to almost $2,000. He has a goal of $4,000. That'll help with putting the money down on the house and paying for the closing fees. So $2,000 to put down on the house, and then another $2,000 for all of the. Yes, we got this covered. Thank you. One of you fucking remember who I'm talking about. God, I fucking hate those cocksuckers. CBR too. Fucking hate CBR. These guys have been populated by woke assholes for a while. I remember way back because CBR had its own bulletin board.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of comic professionals. We would get over there and we would talk. And I started seeing a bunch of these woke people joining, and I'm like, yeah, I'm out of here. I don't want to interact with you people. Yes, I said you people.
Well, I mean,
I'm staring out at the audience right now. I said you people.
For me, CBR was not good because when the entire comic book community was collapsing in on itself, especially during COVID, they were
pushing even harder to help it collapse.
Oh, there's nothing wrong. Those people telling you that everything's going bad and that this, nobody's really selling. They're wrong. And it's like, no, we're not wrong. We're actually telling you how it is. I mean,
we're trying to tell you the truth, like journalists are supposed to do. When your fucking audience is telling more truth than you are as a journalist, you need to fucking hang your hat up. You're not doing your job right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm racist against woke people.
I see fired people. Just to finish off the story about Matt Reeves, he also has a First Look television deal, which should also cover.
It's First Look film and television deal. That's a hell of a deal.
He's got his Batman spinoff series, The Penguin, still up, supposedly, even though nobody's mentioning his Gotham police show that has now been completely forgotten because it's not happening. But that next script better be something, because he was also told that he's going to have to somehow manage to have chemistry between his two leads. You know, that was the other order about making the sequel to The Batman, because they had no chemistry. I couldn't believe those two were in a relationship. I just couldn't. Didn't buy it.
Almost as bad as Momoa and Amber Heard.
So there we are. We're over $2,000 on his GoFundMe.
Wow.
We've got another 2,000 to go. Let's help Mikey out. Let's help him and his family. You know, they're currently homeless.
What?
And a little bit of help from friends can change that. Just a little help. Not one person has to do all of this. If everybody spreads it out and does a little bit, he'll have the money he needs. And what?
Wow. Just something came up that I didn't even expect to see, and I had no idea.
Oh, completely unrelated to what I was talking about. Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
What?
Okay. Here, I'll read it to you as I'm discovering. Red Sonja, Matilda Lutz, Wallace.
Do you have
Day,
something you can share link-wise?
And Robert Sheehan from
Do you have a
Umbrella
link?
Academy. Hold on, I'll get it to you.
Well, I want to show people what you're talking about.
They are, yeah. Hold on. Here it is. I am sharing it now.
All right, there we go. All right, let me share that screen and please continue.
Okay. Let's see. Robert Sheehan from Umbrella Academy. Looks like he and Matilda Lutz and Wallace Day are all going to be part of Millennium Media's Red Sonja movie. So let's see. Matilda Lutz, Wallace Day, and Robert Sheehan have been tapped to lead the cast of Millennium Media's upcoming comic book film, Red Sonja, from director M.J. Bassett, who directed Solomon Kane. Okay, now you have my attention. That's a good thing. Which is now in production in...
Yeah, if you didn't see Solomon Kane, you missed the movie. I love that movie.
At the Bulgarian New Boyana studio, with filming at the Greek New Boyana studio to follow. Inspired by the sword and sorcery comic books of the same name by Dynamite Entertainment, Red Sonja is based on the heroine originally crafted for Marvel Comics by Robert E. Howard and subsequently adapted by Roy Thomas. While the character is described as a fearsome warrior boasting a high degree of skill with a sword, details as to the film's adaptation's plot have not been discussed.
Bye, Lauren.
Hannah John Kamen had previously been set for the film's lead role of Red Sonja, though she stepped aside due to scheduling conflicts, with Lutz now set to play the titular character. Excuse me, titular character.
Just like tit, say tit, and then you learn.
Yeah, I know, titular character. Day will portray her wicked half-sister, Anissa, with Sheehan as Dragon. Wow, okay.
So is this just going to be a remake then? Just a remake or a whole new movie?
No. A remake means that you are remaking a movie. This is an adaptation of the comic. That's
a
like
readaptation.
the Batman
of
okay.
the source
Yeah, that's
material.
like calling The Batman a remake of the '89 Batman film. It's just another adaptation. So
Yeah, it looks like they might get it right.
they may just get it right. So, wow. Okay. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt.
And if you've never seen this movie, again, there it is, Solomon Kane.
Good movie.
This is the guy that directed this is the guy directing the Red Sonja, and he is not woke.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you that. Now, I'm not going to tell you she's not going to be a lesbian, but we know that Red Sonja was the lover of King Conan the Barbarian.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the love interest. And they fucked up the first movie by not attaining the rights for Conan to be in it. So they have Conan in it, but they call him something else, and he's a bit goofy, to be honest.
Let me tell you, I did learn something from the guys at Midnight Edge and Andre, that all of that stuff was actually the stuff that Roy Thomas did. That the original Red Sonja wasn't even set in the same time period as Conan. She's a little closer to our time period.
So Roy Thomas is the one who created that.
He switched the time periods, is what he did. He took a character from, because Red Sonja was more of a swashbuckling woman of the sea, and he took her back in time to Conan's period, thus giving her the bikini thing that we are all known her for, and made her a little less, well, basically put her in a barbaric age. So the original version of the character by Robert E. Howard is a little more closer to our time, comparatively speaking. So
yeah, but I will, I want to point out that there was another movie that didn't fare too well, but it had a little bit of love in it, and I do love the film a little bit. It's called Kull the Conqueror, and Kull the Conqueror. It was originally supposed to be a Conan film, and it ended up switching over to Kull, another character created by Robert E. Howard. And Kull is he's been discussed as the father of Conan. And I don't know if they meant that genetically or literal, through literal writing, that he was the father of Conan, because I think he wrote Kull before he wrote Conan.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, it's the father of Conan. But the stories about Conan and Robert E. Howard are really fucking weird, because he felt that he was taken hostage by the spirit of Conan and held in that room to write. And he was crazy. Everybody knows he's fucking mentally ill, but he was a fucking writing genius. He really was. And if you ever fucking read his books, go back and read the actual Conan stories, which I grew up doing in high school. That was my favorite thing to read. Was Conan. That and Tarzan. Tarzan and by Edgar Rice Burroughs, and Conan by Robert E. Howard were two of my favorite literary properties that I like to read the books of.
Mm-hmm.
And you've not read or gotten to know Conan until you've read him. I'm absolutely telling you the truth. You do not know Conan the Barbarian, King Conan, until you fucking read the books. Yeah. You get a hint of him in the Schwarzenegger film. And I think that it is, to date, even though it's not accurate, it is the one that touches the heart of Conan closest. They had to make changes because Arnold is clearly not Sumerian. Sumerian is meant to be more gypsy-like, dark-haired, dark-skinned, dark-eyed. He is, and they changed it to make it more up Northern Europe and shit. But what's that? I'm a very flattered redhead. Somebody talking about you? I love redheads. Oh yes.
Who doesn't?
Yes.
I'm serious. Who doesn't?
Yeah, Keith knows. Ginger is my kryptonite.
It's a lot of men's kryptonite.
Yeah.
Well, let me put it this way. Raise your hand if you're not into redheads. and not a one of you. There you go.
There you go.
Not one of you.
Just one of those things I was curious about. One day I looked up the most popular porn videos on RedTube was gingers. No, I lied. I never did that, but I thought it'd be funny to say it. Most watched porn, gingers.
Rough
never
Girl.
happened. Oh, Rough Girl. Hey, how you doing? Good morning. Hotties. Oh my God.
Did you see that link I posted in the private chat?
Now, just so you know, that it used to not say hotties. It used to be hottie bobati. That was how that phrase started in the 80s. Hottie bobati. Just one of those typical 80s things that became hotties.
Thank you, John. That's cool.
What? What did John do?
He posted a link in our private chat. Hasbro reportedly considering selling entertainment assets. Wow.
Yeah, they bought E1 for like $4
Now look,
billion, and now they're like,
you know that I got to work on the last G.I. Joes.
Yeah.
I got to do my cover, and Hasbro was leaving IDW with at least G.I. Joe, but I think it was also with Transformers. I don't know. To hear this, I'm not surprised because look, sales slumped with comics over the last decade.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to have that long-term effect. So hearing that news doesn't shock me. I'm looking at it right now. Hasbro reportedly considering selling entertainment assets. Written by Adam Barnhart. Just came out fresh off the press. Thank you, Dust Wolfman. Hasbro might be on its way to seismic shakeup. Recent reports suggest that toy maker is considering selling its entertainment arm to help refocus business efforts. According to Bloomberg, Hasbro is considering one of two options: to focus solely on branded content such as Transformers and Peppa Pig, to sell E1, the film and television company it purchased for $4 billion in 2019. Entertainment is a core foundation of Hasbro, quote unquote. A spokesperson for the company told the magazine, quote, as part of the strategic review process, we are always open to new and better ways to tell stories and bring people together through the power of play via our world-class family of brands, end quote. Now, they say that, and then you go back and see that movie, Battleship.
yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, but you know what actually...
I love that fucking movie, but that thing tanked for a reason.
You know what? I look at all of this stuff here, and there's one thing missing out of all of this. And it's
Brains?
the one property that I think really did everything in for them, which was Masters of the Universe Revelation.
Yep.
Ted Biaselli and everybody at Netflix. This is
Ted Biaselli, here's to you sucking my dick.
That one project, I think they put a lot into, because there were a lot of toys and stuff released with that. And when nobody buys the toys, I mean, you know, that right there will always end any project they are into when nobody buys the merchandise. And I can't think of too many people that actually bought any of that Masters of the Universe Netflix stuff.
Yeah, but wasn't it not marketed? I mean, excuse me. Was it
nothing,
not marketed correct?
No,
that toys?
Was not the problem. The problem was that the entire
the foundation that they were building on was bad.
Yeah. When you make fun, and I mean almost by name, the actual person who was the animator, co-creator in a sense, of that character for the original animated series, and you go out of your way to demean the original series and what it stood for in trying to build yourself up, then that's never a good thing. And that's exactly what they did. Ted Biaselli was coming at this as a way of, again, when you make something so radically different, not only are you wanting to create your own version of something, but it's also a way of cutting out any claims to any money that you make. So in redesigning the toys and the concept of He-Man, they were trying to figure out a way of cutting out the original animators and stuff from that, even though Kevin Smith, at the behest of Ted Biaselli, was trying to tell everybody that it's an actual sequel to the original series, which was not true. Period.
That makes sense. Okay.
And
Well,
that was the project that really stopped me from being as big a fan of Kevin Smith as I used to be. I don't hate the guy. I just think you don't have to lie to get me to watch something. You know?
Yeah. Well, I lost all respect for him after he did that show with the dude from Heroes on AMC, because that's when he sold out. He sold out.
Oh, yeah.
He sold his nerd card. And when he started saying shit like he was watching Star Wars and was crying on the set, I'm like, fuck off, dude. Nobody gives a shit what you're crying at. Glad you survived your heart attack. I'm glad. No, I don't want anybody to fucking die like that. But fuck him and the horse he rode in on with all the shit he says.
That's a new one.
No, it's not. That is an old saying.
To me, it's a new one.
That is actually an old saying. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on is I mean, it goes way back to when people rode on horses. That's what it said.
Yeah.
It's an old late 19th century insult said in the Southwest of the United States. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on, boy.
Look, I again, I do not hate Kevin Smith. I just don't think that he's hanging around.
I don't hate him either. I don't give a shit about him anymore. He's not on my fucking radar of somebody I give a shit to hear from. Yeah. There was a time when he was, because I was interested. You know, when he first started doing the Batman Fat Man thing, you know, that was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. We talked about it earlier. Six. Good morning, Six. How are you today? You want to jump on with us? You can click that link. You're in the morning group. Feel free to join us.
Yeah, come on in, Six.
We got at least another 28 minutes before we end the show.
Well, the Hasbro stuff, one thing that I hope it does is I hope it shakes loose Wizards of the Coast. I know Gerry doesn't like Dungeons and Dragons, but
I don't hate it. It's just simply I don't want to play it.
Yeah, well, I do, and that's my thing. But I'd like to see Wizards of the Coast get bought by some company, that isn't quite as woke focused as WotC and Hasbro.
Here's a little something, a blast from earlier. There is one company out there that
Fletcher Williams.
Hasbro fits right in with stuff they've been buying recently.
Embracer.
That's right.
Morning, Black Ass.
Yeah, I said that the other day. I hope Embracer will buy Wizards of the Coast from that, because there was talk of Hasbro prepping Wizards of the Coast to be sold.
Yeah, but now, I mean, what? Hasbro selling all its entertainment assets? Embracer buying all of that stuff would solve a lot of problems.
Yeah.
So, John, my question to you then, can Wizards of the Coast be good again in the future if it gets bought out?
As long as there's a change in the company itself when they're bought out, as long as some people that are there now lose their jobs, somebody comes in like a Zaslav for Wizards of the Coast and bring it back, focused back to where it needs to be instead of all the woke stuff that's currently it's big, because they just recently announced, D&D announced their D&D 1, which is their next version, their D&D 5.5.
Correct.
And it has gone even further into the let's not make race matter about anything but a color. And instead, everything's by your job. Or your background, rather. But so they've really gone to the point of trying to make everything on equal footing, that everything is equal.
Okay, makes sense.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I mean, the story here.
Yeah, he suckered you too, John. He makes goes
No.
wow or what, gets all excited, but it's not about what you're talking about at the moment. He's not even really listening to you. He's reading something else.
Here it is. The outfit
is a dick.
Hasbro is currently in post-production on Transformers Rise of the Beast, a spiritual successor to the outfit's critically acclaimed Bumblebee reimagining. We wanted to expand the universe. You have the Autobots and the Decepticons, and I would say my new flair to this is the Terracons. Beast director Steve Capel Jr. said during a press conference earlier this year. The Terracons are a new threat to Optimus Prime, and it's something I pride myself on when you're entering the universe. I've done Rocky with Creed, and if you bring the nostalgia that fans want, but also bring something they aren't expecting, and the Terracons are that. Let's see. You will also see the Predacons. The Predacons in our film are more reptilian in nature. We've seen a few in the other Transformers films, but we've never had a chance to focus in on their logo, their tribe, if you will. And we get to see another side to them, Capel Jr. said. It's all about building a backstory to these characters that are more than just let's take over the world. Transformers Rise of the Beast is set in 1994 and will serve as a spiritual successor to 2018's Bumblebee. It is currently scheduled to hit theaters June 24th, 2022. That's not happening. But
it got pushed back, obviously.
Yeah. But that's what the first film, Bumblebee, was 1984. So this is 10 years later in 1994.
Mm-hmm.
So, wow.
Man, we're getting hit with some fresh news this morning. Seriously, man, this is fucking wild.
It is wild. And again, thank you for finding this, John.
I just got a message from Don Ecker.
What's Don say?
Don says, did you hear about the new movie coming out next month? It's called The Greatest Beer Run Ever. It's a true story from Vietnam, and I will tell you all about it when we talk next.
I saw the trailer for that.
It's a true story.
Yeah.
So,
Guy goes on a road trip to bring his buddies beer in Vietnam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that'll be fun. We'll be talking about it, I guess, tomorrow morning. If I'm checking right now if he's going to actually be there, because I'm hoping because tomorrow's supposed to be we can discuss before talking Travis Walton. Keith is, I'm going to call me Squeed.
Jeez.
Squeed. Nice one.
Here we go.
He squealed like a little schoolgirl.
Squealed. Oh, okay.
Just in case we didn't get to it this morning, Deadline reports that House of the Dragon premiere on HBO draws nearly 10 million viewers. Wow.
So, hey, before we move on to whatever we move on to next, I wanted to get all of us on camera and sing happy birthday to Zoe in the worst way we can, because I don't think any of us can sing this together. But I just thought it'd be kind of fun if we did this. And I'm looking at the time; it's 1:38. That way, I can clip it and send it to her. Martin, are you here?
Yes.
Do you know the song? Do they have that down there south of the border?
And we don't have to pay that woman anymore.
You
okay.
Freaking racist. Pinche gringo.
Pinche gringo. Yeah. Are you ready? Can we do this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday. It's a clusterfuck already.
Come on.
You guys are
faster.
Really don't know how to do
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Zoe.
Happy
birthday birthday to you.
Boy,
These
you guys
are
are slow.
pictures. All you guys are fucked up. What are you talking about? Every single one.
I was on notes. I was on it.
What?
Yeah, I can't see that on Tinsa. These are great pictures of her when she was. This was her third Christmas with me after the kidnapping, and I spoiled the shit out of her. She got so many different R2D2s. There's one of them there too with Yoda. She had the talking Yoda. She was a little Star Wars nut. And what's so funny is on that TV, there used to be an R2D2 that sat there next to it. Mm-hmm. And when she saw Star Wars that year for the first time, when the Jawa zap R2 and he collapses, she ran over and hugged the R2D2 next to the TV. You okay, R2? You okay? My daughter was so fucking funny. Man, good stuff. Good stuff. Thank you, guys. So right at the 139 mark is when I'm going to mark that, and I'll do a clip to send to Zoe. Y'all crazy. Whatever, rough girl. I'm so happy it's my daughter's birthday, and she's still not awake. I guarantee you it's 11:46. She's snoring right now, cutting logs.
Just so you guys know, I was on key on that, just so you know. That's from the audio guy.
You know,
yep.
I've got the worst news in the world for you. If everybody else is off key and off tune and out of time, doesn't matter. You still sound like shit.
That's true. Thanks.
Yeah, I can't carry a tune in a bucket, so
that's like saying if I sprinkle the most delicious spice on a turd, it's going to make it taste better. No, it's not. It's still a turd. Yeah, I'm an asshole. I'm that asshole that says those things. Peter Vickman Fanside is here. Good to see you finally fucking woke up. Where the hell were you?
Now we can start the show. Breaking news. Disney has been sold as
we can do it again, Six. We'll do it again if you want to join. If you're going to join.
And this time we will put real effort.
No, we won't. It'll still sound like shit. It'll have one voice slightly higher than everybody else.
Did Six join us so we can sing it again?
She has not joined us yet.
She should join us so we can sing it again.
You still have 17 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah, she had the one. Oh, dude, that R2D2 that follows you around and it goes all the time. It's like, it goes. It's always like, where are you? Where are you? And it's like, I'm in here. Stop wondering. I'm in the kitchen. That thing will wander through the house constantly, like nagging. Where are you at? It is the single most clingy girlfriend I ever had, that R2D2. And she would leave it on. She would go to school, or kindergarten, and she'd leave that fucking thing on. And we had that thing all the way until she was 7. And when she was 7, my then wife, I married for 6 months. Her name also was Deanna. She had a yard sale or a garage sale, whatever you want to call it. Open garage, stuff in the yard. And she sold all of Zoe's Star Wars toys without us knowing. I was at work. What? I would have thrown a shit fit if I'd been there. I would have taken everything because those were collectibles worth a lot more money than you'll get from a fucking yard sale. I was so pissed. She got rid of the Yoda. She got rid of everything.
That's a whole level of mean.
Well, that was just one of the first steps towards what I did. Wow. Okay, she's going to mute us if we sing again.
Oh my God.
The threats. What? We're just giving love to my dad. What are you talking about, Keith? You're muted or something?
I'm going to sing again. Hold on.
Oh.
Me.
Yes, I am.
Hey,
I'm a
Dennis.
baritone.
Hello.
Hello, Dennis.
Brandon, anime guy, settling for this. Brandon's a friend of ours, so if she's enjoying it, that's a good thing. And good morning, Dennis. And if I didn't say it, awesome one, good morning. And Peter Vinkman fan side, I chastise you for waking up late, but good morning. I don't know. I'm running out of wind. They hated our singing. My heart's broken.
Yeah,
I'm depressed now.
There's not much more we can do, you know. Wow. So, wow.
Well, the problem is there's also a time thing that goes on between these videos. So trying to do that was a clusterfuck from the beginning. Or as we called it in the military, a Charlie Foxtrot. But there's really nothing else out there that I wanted to talk about this morning, other than my daughter's birthday and the news we had. I'm looking to see if anything else popped up.
Oh, geez.
And Dragon Ross.
No way.
What happened, kid?
Yeah, it's just more stuff to make us mad.
Oh, I thought you just saw a repeat of what we sang. I'm sorry.
No. They have another interview with George R.R. Martin. And this story is about, Game of Thrones team kept George R.R. Martin out of the loop in later seasons, he claims.
He's so full of shit.
That does not match what he said last time around or the time before.
No, he changes his story every time he opens his fucking mouth. He is a pathological fucking liar.
I mean, come on, dude. Stick to one story, man.
Good morning, Dragon Ruse. Good morning, Lindsay, Cynical Geek. How are you guys doing? By the way, House of Dragons, I watched it last night. I'll do a review on Thursday.
I still haven't been able to bring myself to watch it yet.
Look, 3 people that I trust and respect the opinion of liked it. And so therefore, I'm like, all right, I'll fucking go watch it.
Well, if Keith liked it, I'll watch it.
And I'm not saying another damn thing. Not saying anything Thursday. Keith and I will talk about it. Keep your mouth shut, Keith. Don't you say another fucking word.
Yeah. I'm planning on watching it tonight as well.
Yeah, well, Lindsay, you know, I actually tagged him when he put out that photo. Orville, that was what it was. He put out a photo of him wearing an Orville hat. Big fan of the Orville. And he's like showing his support of Orville. I said, that's awesome, George. But instead of watching a TV show, finish your fucking book. I tagged him and I said those exact words because I'm a dick. People expect that of me.
He's 73 years old.
Oh my God, I yelled at an old man.
Well, I mean, what?
I feel awful. No, I don't.
It's been almost 10 years since Game of Thrones started. So what? He was 63 when they started it. Dude, what are you doing? Because the book that this
I wonder what he was doing when he was 69.
But what the book he had to write a book. This book that he based the current series on, when he should have been finishing the last 2 books in the series. And I'm just thinking, dude, I mean, how many different stories are we going to tell about you wasting time? Are you going to tell me that the dog ate what little progress you had made up to now? Are you going to...
And he had enough time to write short stories and edit like
he
10
has enough
books.
money to fucking hire someone to ghostwrite for him.
Yes, he does.
You don't get it, right? This is performative artist. His art is the biggest troll of literature ever.
He is the biggest troll of literary history. I fucking hate the guy. I used to like him. I fucking loathe him now. He is just such a piece of shit.
Well,
he's constantly shit stirring, and every time he shit stirs something, it's a new story, different from the last one. And on top of that, he won't finish his fucking books. So fuck him. Fuck that guy.
No, watch. He'll pass, and we'll find out he's been done with the entire series this whole time.
I will dig him up and put a 44 in his dead skull. I'm not murdering him. I'm just adding a canoe to the grave.
All I can say is, dude, really, I mean, it's not really that difficult. Just sit your happy butt down and finish the books.
Well, he was, to be honest with you, I don't think he was really all that good a writer.
Well, yeah.
Well, he's just like, what's her name with Harry Potter, Have you read those books?
J.K. Rowling, yeah. Well, they're written
Someone
for
says,
kids,
well, they're written for kids. I said, no, they're not. Kids' books are written better.
Yeah,
she writes like a teenager, is what she writes like. Her descriptions are what you would expect an inexperienced teenager to write. They're just her descriptions are just weird. Well, she's a terrible writer. She's a great story person, great characters. She is like George Lucas. She's like George Lucas. She sucks at the writing part, but everything else is great. I love everything about what she creates.
Yeah. Well, it's like George R.R. Martin only started all of this because he was basically talking Tolkien, and I'm thinking at least when Tolkien didn't finish everything, he was still working on stuff. It's not like he took any time off and decided to, go create a different TV series or went out partying with people at a different convention and met celebrities.
He's got a video game out there too.
I'm not sure I know what you're talking about with the Ghostbusters comment with Paul Feig.
Paul Feig?
I'm not going to fucking argue over the pronunciation of his goddamn name. Nobody cares about him that much.
Paul Fucknucket?
Fucknucket. Fag. Sorry. I didn't mean to say that. Anyway, was silent most of this was because of the Australian collector's set?
I think the Australian.
I don't know. All I know is he threw a tantrum when they put everything together. And it's like, isn't that ironic? Because you said that you had nothing to do with the Ghostbusters universe, and now you want to be included in the collector's set. I think he's a whiny bitch. I don't like him. He did one good fucking movie, Bridesmaids. I can't stand his comedy outside of that one film. He's a one-trick pony. He had one funny scene. There was one funny scene in his Ghostbusters movie, and that was Leslie Ann Jones when she sees those mannequins. And she goes, oh, no fucking way, no. And turns around and walks away from it. Of course, what you don't want to happen happens. Because I've had a mannequin fear since I was a kid. And that was the best scene and funniest moment in the film. He's a fucking idiot. I don't like that guy. Fuck that guy. Six is here. Hi, Six.
Six.
Hello, Six.
Hello.
You are so sexy this morning.
She always is.
Good morning.
Oh, she's somber sounding.
No, I'm still waking
There's
up.
something we need to talk about. That kind of voice.
I'm like a 3-year-old. I take a long time to wake up.
Oh, no. I actually empathize because I woke up during the show. I start doing the show. I'm still like I want to be in bed right now. I do not want to be doing the show. And halfway through the first hour, I'm like, all right, starting to come around. Coffee helps.
Well, yeah. Do you drink any coffee before your show starts?
Well, today I woke up like minutes before the show started.
Oh,
I was like, it was when I finally turned over and saw the clock. It was 9:34, and I began rolling out of bed at that point, going, "Fuck, I'm gonna be late." But I actually got the show off on time, sort of. But I was hauling ass this morning, and I was pounding the coffee. My Germany is hood because I can barely remember anything. I missed something.
She's having a conversation with Das.
Das Wolfen.
Yeah.
John talking to the girls, hitting on the girls in the chat.
He's a smooth talking lady love machine.
And in private, I'm just telling you, there's going to be that moment when he actually is going to turn to you and say,
Before we begin, would you like to touch my monkey?
It's coming.
It's gonna happen. Just warning you. But anyway, so I mean, we're on the wind down now. I'm like, all my gas is out, man. My coffee's gone. I'm in like, oh man, the high is leaving, man.
All right,
So I'm glad you popped in.
Since you have 6 with us, you want to try the birthday song again? A little bit faster.
They threatened us in the chat. They threatened to leave.
Oh no!
I know. I saw that.
So what I'm going to do is, would you do it if I just made it you? 6.
No.
No, not going to do it. I'm courageous, but not that courageous.
I do karaoke, but only when I'm forced to. So.
Yeah, but definitely. You can say it here, and I'll tell Zoe to watch the show this morning. You can wish her a happy birthday. There you go.
Happy birthday, Zoe.
Yay.
I've seen every picture that Gerry has of you multiple times.
She's amazing. She is my
wonderful.
baby.
Yeah.
She is. Thank you, 6.
You have to force me to look at him. We had a good chat.
I do. I don't know what it is, man. 2 things that I love to show pictures of. And no, it's not my penis. I've never taken a picture of my penis. Is my daughter.
You're such a liar.
And my dog. No, I've never. That would be weird. I would never do that. Like someone joked with me one time and I took it seriously. I'm like, I don't do that. No. And they're like, I'm not kidding. But I think they were only saying it because I said no. Because it's just weird.
I just said.
And it was Keith. It was Keith. I'll tell you right now.
I
Keith's
said
one that
pictures
asked.
of Richard Nixon. That's what I thought they wanted.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. Like that infamous photo supposedly that exists of Chris, what's his name that played Captain America as dick pic. So I told people, Chris Evans. I said I found the picture and I posted it, and I put a picture of Tricky Dick Nixon over his junk.
Oh my god.
Wow. I usually do the whole Dick York thing.
Sergeant York.
But
yeah, I'm going to watch it after the show. Every single time I've shown a trailer here, everything looks good, and then all of a sudden, like 3 or 4 days later, I get a claim, and I'm like, "You motherfuckers!" And the one that really got me was the last one. I kept telling the person because I wasn't running it to pause it every 10 seconds, but they kept doing it every 7 seconds. And I'm like, you're doing it wrong.
That would be me.
Was that you?
That was me.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Yeah, you were doing it so wrong that we got a claim on it.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. Wait, what's Gary's never taken a double exposure? I don't even, I have a joke there, but I'm not going to make it. Happy birthday to your Facebook for Zoe. Oh, thank you. And please do tag her. Tag her on that. Her name is Zoe, Zoe Cassell, same as mine. And you can find her. She is amazing. She is, I love her posts, even when I find them just retarded. I'm like, what? And then I'll make fun of her in the post. I'm like, this is why you failed science, because you say shit like this. Because she did. She failed science.
Gerry, have you ever heard about that man who he would make fun of his daughter's Instagram post by dressing up like her and taking similar photos?
Yeah.
Yes. I feel like if Instagram existed back then, that you would be that kind of dad.
I would have been probably, because I like fucking with my daughter. She knows it. She fucks with me all the time too. She's got my sense of humor, absolutely 100%. Ben has half my humor and half his mother's. The half of mine is the stuff that I am actually really amused by. But some of the other stuff he does that's based on his mother's humor is really just fucking mean. He's just so mean. She is just such a snarky fucking person. And yes, Gerry, do that now. What are you talking about?
That you mimic the Zoe's pictures.
Oh, I'm not gonna do it now. Not that interested in it. But when she was younger, I would have done it. If I had popped into my head, I would have done it.
I like the dad that dresses up in Halloween costumes to meet.
You're waiting for me to notice what? Oh,
picture.
it's really tiny. Yeah. Those don't scare me as much as adult ones. Yeah, the adult ones are the ones that freak me out as a
Dang
kid.
it. See, I think babies are creepy anyway, so I thought baby mannequins would.
Babies are creepy. God damn. No, I got to tell you. See, I had this running dream as a kid, and trust me, I went through therapy over it, where there was this headless mannequin woman chasing me all the time, and she would always chase me through hallways and rooms, and I would just flee from her. And this is a constant dream I had from, I think the first one was when I was 5 or 6, and I would wake up just totally terrified, but from what I just dreamt. And when I went into therapy, we finally figured out I was dreaming about my mother. My mother was the headless woman chasing me with the fake love shit. Lot of therapy there.
There's so much tied into that, dude.
No, you have no fucking idea, man. I tell people all the time, for someone that appears like they got their shit together, you have no fucking idea how long it took me to get that way.
That would be another show, another day.
No, we'll never talk about all of it on one show. I'll never do it.
There's no way that you could fit all that on one show anyway. I mean,
nor would I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
What's that?
Therapy with Gerry.
Therapy with Gerry. I would always end with that clip of Bob Newhart just yelling, "Stop it!" I'm going to get that clip. I'll add that. I'm going to find it. And I'm going to clip it.
So, are we singing this or not?
No, we're not. It's the end of the show. I got what I wanted out of 6. She said, "Happy birthday" to my little girl. And my girl's 23 today, man. 3 years away from the age I was when I joined the Army, and I was considered old.
I thought you were like 83. So the fact that you have a 23-year-old daughter, it just kind of reminds me how well you've aged.
Only the wrinkles on my dick are 83.
See, I'm trolling him like if it was his.
I'm trolling you back.
I know. Can you see your dick?
Oh God!
I can now. Yes, I can. Thank you for asking.
Do you need a mirror?
And we had a reunion. No, I don't have to anymore. I've lost that much weight. I can actually see it now. I often, in the morning when I pee, I'm going, "Oh, hi. It's good to see you again." All right, zip up. Awesome one says, #stop it, Gerry. Stop it.
Stop it.
It is not a tumor.
Into the chopper.
Let's see. Yeah. You're doing a show with me. It's going to get awkward. That's part of it.
Yeah.
Look at her. She's like, she's doing Arnold. That's for me. She did that for me. Thank you, Anima. She does Arnold impressions in text. She won't do it with her voice because she knows I'm going to giggle when she does it because of her Austrian accent. She has a Vienna accent, so it's a lot softer. It's not like Arnold or Gerhardt. They both talk like this. They talk like they're really ugly Germans. Harsh German. It's like Vienna. Like I said the other day, and it made her crack up. I said Vienna is the Paris of Bavaria. And you guys don't laugh because you don't get it.
I'm laughing on the inside.
I'm laughing.
People
on the
from there,
well.
people from Europe, some will be offended by it and some will laugh at it. And I'm like, fuck it, it's a good joke. If you get a good therapist, it won't be scary. Yeah, and I had a really my first therapist was Dr. David Floor through the school system, public school system, and he absolutely helped me more than anybody in the history of my life understand stuff with my brain. But I didn't understand me really until 2000 when I took the first Myers-Briggs test. It was mandatory at work.
How many times have you taken it?
I've taken it. I can't even count. I've taken it over and over again, and I get the same score every single time.
It's expensive. I've taken it 3 times and it's the same score.
The paperwork I've only done 3 times. 3 times. I do the free versions online too, and I still get the same fucking score. INFJ. It's either INFJ or INFJ-T. but I'm always an INFJ. I've never been anything else but an INFJ. And what were yours? 6.
6?
Sorry, I'm shoveling a pancake down my throat.
No.
And I keep screwing up my mute button. It's something started with an I. I don't remember.
Yeah, I. So introspective. The next one is introvert, and then feeler is mine, and then judge. Yeah,
sounds like I'd be.
I deal with feelings. I'm what you call an empath.
Is there an S for stuck up?
No,
because that would probably be me too. I'm probably an introvert, feeler, stuck up, motor mouth.
I thought for some reason you were going to go for the C word. Just for some reason you didn't go there.
6, you're good. At least you're not one of those that was rated "See you next time."
I try not to be. I got called that yesterday, though.
Really?
I suspect every single one of you is an IN.
What?
What's the N mean again? Narcissist?
No, I is introspective. In stance, because they didn't want to do 2 different I's. They had to make introvert be an N. I'm 78% introvert. I'm like 90 something introspective. Judge means that you gauge things. You're constantly gauging things. I'm looking at everything that's occurring around me and judging that information and forming an opinion based off of what I'm seeing and feeling.
Isn't that everybody?
No.
Yeah.
And forming
No, because some fall under thinker, and that overtakes the judging, and that's less about emotions and more about thinking, cognitive thinking.
I'm definitely not an introvert. Have you met me?
Well, see, I didn't think I was an introvert either until I took the test. And I'm like, oh, fuckity fuck, I am. But here's why. Because what Jung and Myers-Briggs formed as an understanding is that introverts are people who aren't shy. It has nothing to do with shyness. It has to do with where you get your energy. You're self-energized. I don't require energy from anybody around me. People who are extroverts require energy from other people. They are constantly there. That's a person that's always
vampires.
Like, they can be. They really can be. And what I've discovered is that one of the most common things is, what do you think of this? They'll always be asking other people's opinions on what they're thinking and doing. And I'm like, But what's funny is like INFJs are a really weird one. We only make up 2% of all human beings, INFJs. And I seem to be surrounded by a bunch of them. And I kind of like that because we do gravitate towards each other. And that's a fact. That is a fact that INFJs tend to be drawn towards other people that think and feel the way they do. Oh. And so it's like when I find out one of my friends or somebody that I like is an INFJ, I'm like, you know what? That fucking makes perfect sense. That makes so much sense.
I'm with Bill on this, when he asked, where the hell do you get that sort of thing tested or get those results?
You can actually go online and look for the Myers. It's Myers, and it's spelled Myers. Myers-Briggs test. And it is based on the Carl Jung 16 personality type test. And they narrowed it down to be, it's very fucking accurate. And it's shocking. And when you see it, it is expensive to take. Go to the free ones. Go to the free sites because they're just as accurate.
I said extensive. It's like there's a lot of questions. So it's
there's almost 100 questions. You need to take out about 20 minutes to an hour to take the test. And but make sure you take the time, get a soda, make sure you pee before you take the test, and sit down and take that test. And there you go. Thank you, Anima. That's one of them right there. That's one of the free tests right there. It's in the chat. It's absolutely invaluable because my life changed when I took that test. because there are things that I thought I was worried that I had what do you call it, borderline personality disorder or sociopathy, because I couldn't understand why I couldn't connect with other people. But the fact was I was misreading it. I was misreading what was going on with me. Mm-hmm. Neil Peart was an introvert that performed in front of thousands. Yes. If you are an INFJ, this is the fun thing about that 2%er. We get mistaken for extroverts because we can open up and talk publicly. I will talk to people. I enjoy talking to people, but then I go through 3 days of recovery from it. And if somebody wears me down, taps my energy, my emotional energy, it's not like, psychic shit. This is all just your emotions can get worn out from somebody. And I've had it happen numerous fucking times. And when Keith and I are at conventions, he knows this for a fact, that he has to recover too. Yeah. That's why I know he's somewhere in the ballpark of what I am, because we recover from those shows. And I love going to VisionCon. And Keith and I, we are talkers. We will go and we will do a fucking panel and go for 3 hours. True story. 3 fucking hours. People were so engaged with us. That's why we do the show, because our panel was so popular. We're like, oh, fuck, we do need to take this show on the road. And, 16personalities.com is really one of the free tests you can take. I highly recommend it, because if you take the test, well, what does that mean? And then you start reading what it means. Horoscopes are very generalized. When you read a horoscope, they could be pretty much anybody. I've sat down and read Capricorn. I've read my kids are, what are they? They are they're born in July. What is Cancer? Cancer? They were Cancer. And I read that and I'm like, I identify with those too. But you go and you take this personality test and it breaks down all these things that are common with this personality type. And you're like, that's me, that's me, that's me, that's me. And then at the end of it, I was like, holy shit. I walked away from that. And then I went and looked at some of the other tests and I'm like, nope, none of those are me. Holy shit, this shit's really fucking good. And the fun part about this test is they will ask you the same question different ways. Yeah. And it's meant to elicit. What's that? Bye, Scott. Oh, Scott. Oh, Scott. Yeah, he had to go. Oh, he left us, motherfucker.
Yeah, he had to go.
Fuck you, Scott.
He was at work.
He left us. What's that movie from?
Jurassic Park.
Exactly. Yep. Martin, I love you.
I love you too.
Oh, shit. I remember the scene you're talking about. Yes. Yeah. Oh, my God. He left us. Oh, my God. Yeah, that's a great scene. They didn't understand what he was doing. Anyway, I got to tell you, that personality test helped me. And it helped form the person I became in the 2000s. And it really helped me in raising my daughter. And it helped my daughter understand who she is. She took the test when she was about 14, and she tested as an INFJ. But I said, now that you're away from me, let's see what you test as. And I told her to take the test again to see if it still tests as an INFJ. But I'm not surprised that she tests as an INFJ. She really is a carbon copy of me. It's bizarre. She'll say things and I'm like, holy shit. I don't recall ever saying that around you. And it's just a quirk she picked up somewhere and she's got it. Gets eaten on the toilet. What the fuck are you talking about, Dragon?
Jurassic Park.
Oh, that's it. Okay. Yeah, after he ran away and hides in the he left us. Anyway. Baked Bean, I want to say good morning to you, man. And of course, Brandon, the anime guy. Good to see you, buddy. I'd invite you on, but we're ending the show now, and I'm getting ready to go through the thank yous. No, I'm getting ready to go to the thank yous. Of course, first one, Dr. Dragon said he was first. Anima Confusa is actually the one that that Martin says is first. So Anima Confusa, Dr. Dragon, Marshall, Scott Lewis, La Adelita, Sox Bulletins, Alatar, D. Bud Martin, Lauren Worth, of course, who I live with. She was in the chat and sitting behind me. It was funny. Pat S., War Monkey, Brightest Day, Penny. Oh, I didn't even see Penny. Oh, God damn it. I hate it when I miss somebody. Good morning, Penny. Real Wade Nation, Mighty Max, Stephanie Beatty, Destiny Captain. Isn't it Destiny's Captain? Isn't it what his name is? Then, of course, Zach's our good friend. Kyle. Scott Lewis was in the chat and on the show. Shinatsky, who I love. I love that guy. He's a really, when I first met him, I thought he was like, I'm like going, oh, fuck, this guy's going to be a total nut job. I'm just not going to. And then it's like, holy shit, this guy is awesome to talk to. I enjoy having conversation with Shinatsky. So be careful prejudging people. Yeah, cough. Fletcher Williams, Bill Barkley, Latino Slant. Polly was here. We love Polly. Maria with T and Telly. We love her. Comic Relief Crusader, Rough Girl, Black Az, Six, who is also on the show. Awesome One, the Peter Venkman fan site, who I had a really interesting, short but fun chat with last night. She's an absolute introvert too. Dennis McCullough, Dragon Ruse, Dragons are in the house, House of Dragons. Lindsay the Cynical Geek, Brandon the Anime Guy, who's a good friend to this channel, and we love it when he's on the show. And of course, Baked Bean. Baked, of course, is Michael Bean's brother and Sean Bean's cousin. I don't even know if his real name's Bean. But I like his thumbnail of Michael Bean. And Michael Bean is the worst driver actor in the history of Hollywood.
He's so hot. But yeah, I know that scene you're talking about from Navy SEALs when he's in the Jeep.
They're going in a straight line and he's just back and forth on that fucking wheel. And they did it like multiple shots. I'm like, stop showing his hands. Jesus Christ. He looks like a drunk trying to drive sober. Kingsport Cal was, and he just says, you're going to give me a shout out. Thanks, Martin. You left him out, motherfucker.
Who?
You left Kingsport Cal out.
No way.
I just went through the list.
Nah.
I'm looking. I'm going through it. No, he's not in there. Shit's on you this time, buddy.
Holy shit, you're right. Sorry, Kings. You're my man.
You must get paid a lot of money, Martin, to not be allowed to make a mistake.
He gets paid with love and insults.
From Gerry, from Keith, not from you.
Unshout out me, awesome one. Are you kidding me? You're fucking awesome. I mean, it's even in your name, motherfucker. Apparently it says I'm an advocate. Yes. If you're an INFJ, you're an advocate. You're very diplomatic. Power steering was out in defense. There's no power steering in military vehicles.
Yeah.
At least not back then. Power steering with your arm. What's that?
I said I'm obviously an INTP.
Oh. In need of toilet paper?
I forget, what is the P?
Jeez.
What was the P?
It's prospecting.
That's interesting. That's
so you go panning for gold? What does that mean?
Yeah, it's panning for gold. He's a what is that? Minor 49er.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, seriously, what does it mean?
I'm looking it up.
Go read it up. Yeah.
My hands are
Oh
full
my
of
God.
syrup.
Kingsport Cal. Fuck you with that gnarly shit. P in the V.
And when Penny was here, she was actually going to the movies.
Yes.
She was going to go see Prey with Idris Elba.
Beast.
Beast. I'm sorry. Beast with Idris Elba. So.
What was this? What was the question?
No, I was
that led to that answer.
I was explaining where Penny was. She was on her way to the movie theater to go see.
See, I missed that comment. Oh, they're coming in, and I'm blocking them as they show up. Somebody else blocked that one, so I got to see it on my screen. You beat me. All right, Anima, you won. But yeah, that's it for the show. I'm done. That's why I can only do 5 shows a week. Nope, 6, 7 shows, 8 shows a week.
6.
Sex? Yes, please.
No, 6.
That totally sounded like you said sex.
I know.
Sorry.
Yes, please.
Prospecting personality trait have the real need to mix things up in their lives and to consider all the possible things that might do, or that one might do.
Cool.
So you're seeking. Yeah, you're seeking.
Yeah.
I get
You
it.
like to mix it up?
I'm not like that at all. I
Mix it
don't.
up in the club.
I am absolutely one of those people who likes routine. I like, I have the same breakfast every morning if I have a choice, and then occasionally we'll break it up a little bit and have something else for breakfast. Only because I'm trying to break up the monotony of what I'm creating.
What do you have for breakfast?
I usually have a small serving of hash browns, 4 eggs, and 2 link sausage.
4 eggs?
Turkey sausage. I like turkey sausage.
Okay.
4 eggs. Yeah. There's only 70 calories per egg, and they have a lot of protein in them.
And a lot of cholesterol.
No, not as much cholesterol as you think. I've actually checked it. My cholesterol's low.
How?
With my I even eat olive oil mayonnaise with some of my sandwiches. My cholesterol's fine. It's just
how do you
simply
know how much cholesterol I think is in an egg? Because you said
because some of the eggs, some eggs like farm fresh eggs will have high levels of cholesterol depending on what bird you're also getting. Because I've also eaten duck eggs. Tons of cholesterol in duck eggs.
Are duck eggs bigger than chicken eggs?
Yes, and they're richer. If you want to make the best fucking meringue you've ever made in your life, you get duck eggs. Absolutely the best meringue you will ever make on a pie or any kind of dessert.
Okay, I don't want Keith to fall over.
Keith's falling asleep. He's been up all night. I'm up all night. And of course,
Keith will do a string of retweets, and I love it.
And this is the best thing to explain Keith reacting to anything I say.
You gotta be fucking kidding.
Burn it!
Good movie. Keith David.
And anything that you guys say, this is me.
Fascinating.
As people who really know me intimately know that I'm logic driven. And Spock is really in many ways the greatest single role model of my life.
I'm more like McCoy.
Damn it, Jim. Bob, by the way, when we watched that skit from Saturday Night Live when Shatner was on there, they did the Star Trek Enterprise as a restaurant in space, rotating restaurant in space. When he says, Bones, because the man's choking, he goes, damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor. Oh, yeah, I'm a doctor, yeah. And he goes in fucking does the Heimlich on him.
Phil Hartman.
I would never eat an ostrich egg. My God, I've heard how gross they are. I would never eat an ostrich egg. Yeah, no, thank you.
OG McCoy. Look, whenever.
But a lot of I was getting ready to tell her. A lot of the farm eggs that are made today, they're not really farm eggs. The ones that are sold in your stores. Actually, you can buy ones with lower cholesterol, and that's the ones I always buy. They're $1 more. Well, technically $2 more now. Thanks, Biden. But it's worth it.
President Biden.
Yay. I love this inflation and paying double to triple for things. It's awesome. Man, I'm so happy this is happening to me. And to all you motherfuckers. Because all you motherfuckers.
Zach's the trouble of tribbles.
I want to thank all you guys for being here. Six, thanks for dropping in. It's really nice. I hope you wake up earlier. Like, it would be awesome. Like, you're fun. I forget how much fun it is to have you on the show. Because you and I troll each other constantly.
Oh, and
I like people that troll me.
Piece of the action.
Yep.
Yeah, I shouldn't be
action's
here.
good.
I have a huge project I need to
Amok.
be working on, but
Well, get to it. We're going to end it now.
I'll have
Amok
breakfast
fuck.
with you guys, and then the show will end, and then a half an hour more has gone by, and now Keith's dancing. Whoop! You can find me in the club.
You put me in the club. I think that tomorrow's show is going to be very exciting. We got, of course, Don Ecker coming back for UFO Wednesday. And UFO Wednesday can be actually about anything in the paranormal realm that I want to talk about. It could be UFOs, Bigfoot, cryptids, Skinwalker Ranch, which has kind of both, sort of, but I don't believe it does have both. I think it just has the one. And high levels of radiation can make you see things. And that's a fact. High levels of magnetism can make people see shit that's not there. And they have that there too. But I don't know. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. And of course, I'm going to go watch that trailer right now. What's it called again?
Brett Cohen was here.
It's in the private chat.
The greatest beer run ever. Oh, you put it in the private chat? Okay, cool. We're also on Thursday. Keith and I are going to be doing our review of the first episode of House of Dragons, and I'm assuming Dust Wolfen, will you be joining us on that
For Thursday, I have an appointment. I'll be here, but I'll be late.
Oh, so did you see House of Dragons?
No, but I'm going to watch it here in a bit.
Oh, okay. What shows have you seen recently? I know, John. I'm kind of a dick.
Yeah,
Kinda.
Oh my God! War Monkey won the day of the internet. Come back tomorrow for the same backdoor time, same backdoor channel. Fuck you, War Monkey. That's awesome. Love you guys. See you tomorrow.
Abrí.